So, Endwalker got delayed. So we're going to go through the situation. I'll go over my thoughts on it. And then we can actually look at what people on Twitter and Reddit are saying for the comedic purposes. Because, you know, that's normally quite the shit show. Alright, so the article from Square. Come on, load. There we go. I'd like to extend my thanks to everyone for playing FF14. Look forward to our upcoming expansion pack. Standard formalities. Moving it from the 23rd of November to the 7th of December. I personally saw this coming. I thought it was pretty obvious that something like this was going to happen, considering the COVID, all the COVID effects pushing everything back. I was actually surprised they didn't announce this like a month ago. I'm like, there's no way it doesn't get delayed, right? It's got to be delayed. Everything's getting delayed. You can't tell me FF14's immune. And no, it wasn't immune. They just announced the delay 2 weeks before it was supposed to come out. Oh well, but, you know, things happen like that. So yeah, the official release has been moved to the 7th of December, early access to the 3rd of December, still on a Friday, so, you know, still, if you want to play all weekend, you got it right there. And then 6.01 scheduled released is the 21st of December, and 6.05 is going to be January 4th. So, pretty standard stuff. The biggest factor behind the release date change is my own selfishness as the game's director. Ever since I was placed in charge of the original FF14, I've continued development and operations of 14 over the past 11 years, while always endeavoring to balance my position as the producer, overseeing the project, and director in charge of development. Yeah, it was my intention to work in the same manner as we approach the final stage of Endwalker. This is pretty self-explanatory. Huge expansion. Everything that they've gone through already. They just want to ensure the quality, and I'm pushing it back 2 weeks for that reason. However, it has become apparent some people online do not see it that way. Now, if we open it up, it just shows who I follow first. So it'll just show Alex McCullough. Take your time. Like, I understand some people book time off of being upset about it, but I'm sure everyone will have a better experience because of this decision in the end, including the dev team. Yeah. But, oh boy. So, thanks for telling us literally weeks beforehand when I took time off work for this and can't get it back. Why not announce this months ago? Yeah, you can't really fault them there. I do think if you're taking paid time off for an MMO release, you should be prepared for the idea that it is going to get pushed back, because at the end of the day, the devs are going to do what's best for the game as a whole, not what's best for you and what PTO you took. So I think acting like it's that big of a problem. I understand people being mad, but and then evidently this guy got absolutely rinsed in the comments because his reply is, "My bad, I forgot that I'm not allowed to have strong feelings about wasting my hard-earned paid time off on the one game I play consistently and now can't get back that time and won't be able to play said game. Thanks, internet, for reminding me of a human being with emotions is a bad thing." Now, that's a bit of a strong response. Let's see what they said to him. Game development is extremely complicated, and this is unavoidable sometimes. Remember that they lose money when they delay a game. Also, what job doesn't let you cancel your... Okay, that's... This is getting into off-topic about, like, what kind of job do you work? Yeah. This is just nothing. He's, like, just immediately going into his job. I don't think people are really saying anything all that bad. They only made the decision last Friday. You need to calm down. It's only 2 more weeks. Yeah, this is the thing. You're not the only person that has to waste their time off with this delay. It's not the end of the world. Yeah. This is, I think, the right way to go about looking at this. Because, oh my god. I mean, it was literally a last-minute decision as they didn't know months ago this would happen. You need to chill out. Yeah. Like, I understand being upset, but that was a bit Oh, he's now blocking people because he's mad. Yeah, and that alone is pathetic on his part. That's just pretty self-important to think that you're the only one in complaining about it. I mean, I think if you take time off for a video game, you need to get your head checked, first and foremost. Let alone, If that's the case scenario, when you're that mad and getting mad at people for saying anything. And how bad was this? Can't you just talk with your boss and reschedule? They delayed it, but the content isn't going anywhere. You just won't get the day one experience. Yeah. Like, here's the thing. It's a story-based game. And the raids don't come out for a month. A month. If the raids came out day in, like the first day, I would understand being mad. Like, I understand a bit more the anger. Like, I took time off to raid, now I'm fucked. But for the vast majority of people, the first couple of weeks is basically going to be a single-player RPG as the vast majority of people work through, you know, the reportedly 70-hour expansion. Like, yikes. I've not heard of a single company in the US. Okay, this is another American thinking only about America, so we're just going to ignore that. You're allowed to be upset, but how you choose to act when you can... Yeah. How you choose to act when upset can make or break the way you look. Yeah, exactly. This guy just looks like a self-righteous ass the way he's acting. Yeah. Ask your doctor if shutting the fuck up is right for you. You act like the whole community is attacking you. It's only a tiny few on Twitter of all places. Yeah. That's, yeah. My God. This guy, this is the definition of please get off the internet. You delayed it a day before Halo Infinite. Are you drunk? Bad news for Halo, to be honest. Yeah. Like, delaying it a day before Halo Infinite. I think Halo Infinite and 14 probably don't have that big of an overlap in players. Like, I'll be playing Infinite when it comes out myself, but I mean, they're two very different types of games for very different types of people normally, so I don't think that's much of an issue, or they're really concerned. What I find funny, though, is that they're delaying it so 9.15 and WoW, which they'd hope to bring people back, no longer has an effect on Endwalker, which is just funny. People still play Halo. Yeah, before Asmongold, no one played 14. That's incorrect. So, anyways, MMO population, that's not exactly credible. I've seen this this isn't even on track, but I just find this funny, because, no, that's not accurate. He boosted it, but no. Somehow I think the crossover between Halo and 14 isn't big as you think. Yeah, exactly. Endwalker is on top of whatever Blizzard's thing is. Yeah. They're still milking Halo. Yeah, Final Fantasy is about to drop the 16th game of the franchise. The 16th mainline game. Yeah. This is just stupid. Okay, let's actually get back to people talking about the delay, because this has gotten way off topic already. If you're genuinely upset about this, I'm sorry, you don't deserve this game. Yoshi P, okay. It's another one of these kinds of guys. Gatekeeper Andes. Yoshi P and the entire 14 dev team are the most genuine, passionate team behind any game I've played, and have always put their entire souls into every part of it. I support any decision they make. I agree with part of this. Everything after the first sentence I agree with. If you're genuinely upset by this, and I'm sorry, but you don't deserve this game, what makes you deserve it then? Because you're not upset? Like, that's just so fucking self-righteous. It's honestly funny. Like, what the hell? It's like, since you don't match up with the way I'm feeling about it, you don't deserve this game. Fuck off. You can be upset about it, but also support them. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the right way to be if you're a sensible person. But yeah, hey, how's it going, Nillian? Like, you can be upset about the delay. I'm upset about it too, because I was looking forward to being able to play it in like a month, not even a month, in like 2 weeks. And now it's not going to be for a month. That sucks. But at the same time, I'd rather be able to play the game on launch rather than having the servers be so melting. I mean, they're still going to be an absolute mess, but, you know, the hope is that it'll be slightly better. The hope is that it'll be slightly better. It's okay to be upset. I'm upset too. as I'm sure many other people are. But getting mad? Nah. Sorry, but this kind of mentality is terrible. People can be upset at anything they want, especially if it's a game they pay for. Yeah. Everyone understands that the devs do a lot for the game, but it doesn't change the fact that people have had their expectations ruined. Yeah. And let the game be another FF14 launch? Yeah, no, it's just 2 weeks. It's not the end of the walk. So I don't deserve this game. Oh. Liz, thanks for the resub. I appreciate it. So I don't deserve this game because I'm upset at the fact that I've used over a week's worth of holidays. Yeah. Why the hell do people even use holidays to grind a game? That's my personal stance, but, you know, whatever. You're not the one that gets to decide what person deserves anything. Yeah, exactly. Like, 0 to 100 real quick here. You don't deserve this game is a pretty shitty attitude. Yeah. That goes without saying. This is ridiculous. 2 weeks notice. Have you got any idea how many scheduled periods of booked time off work can be rescheduled at such short notice? Like, that's not their fucking problem. You're the one who chose to take 2 weeks off of your job. Or you took any amount of paid time off. For a video game. Like, that's not their problem. They're ensuring their game is the best it can be. Man, Twitter is so awful. Oh yeah, Twitter is cancer. Like, Twitter's legitimate cancer. Hey, that's one less holiday people have to work, you know? Yeah, exactly. Fair enough, but I mean, you still get a day off. Like, play another game or something. Just, you can do something else. You're not trapped. Oh my. Oh, Game doesn't revolve around us customers. People wanted Cyberpunk to come out sooner. Then they got it. And they suddenly wanted it to be delayed more, so... Twitter is cancer, sickness must be purged! Yeah. I'm not wasting my pay time off on any game, period. Yeah, especially a game where for the first 2 weeks, when you're working through a 70-hour single-player story... Like, you have 2 weeks before the normal raids come out. Who cares? You have a month until Savage, 2 weeks until normal raids. Normal raids is, the first tier is 1 afternoon of your time. Like, you have a month before you'd even need to think about raiding. It's not a big deal. We'll skip over Rich Campbell. This is a hard pill to swallow. I like many as... Yeah, this is just... It's honestly sad. Like, I understand being upset. I can easily reschedule. Lots of people can't. Yeah, exactly. That is a problem, but at the same time, it's your choice to take paid time off for a game. Like... Let's say... This is grim. But talking about priorities... Let's say a family member of yours dies and you're out of paid time off. You can't afford to lose the job. And your boss says you already used all your paid time off. You can't go and do a funeral or anything. Like, priorities. I just find it weird because it's like, if you want to take paid time off for a video game, and the devs delay said video game, because they want to increase its quality and stability. You, at the end of the day, are going to get a better product. Would you rather have a much inferior product and get it, like, a couple weeks early or a month early, or would you rather it be pushed back to a state where it's actually playable? I can't go to a funeral, screw that job, I'm quitting. Yeah, it's a very extreme example, but you know what I mean. It's only 2 weeks, people acting like it's months. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's 2 fucking weeks. Like, that time flies by. It's not a big deal. It's only 2 weeks. If we were talking like a 2-month delay, and they announced it 2 weeks before they were supposed to release it, I'd understand the anger a lot more. But 2 weeks? What the hell? I lied to work so I could have time to play a video game. I'm going to look like a fool. You betrayed my trust. Liars having their trust betrayed fuels my soul. My god. Doesn't bug me at all. Yeah, exactly. It's not a big deal. I didn't lie to work. I told them why. Yeah, like, if most people would probably be like, I mean, it's your time. You can use whatever the fuck you want. You'll be able to play the game on day one launch. We don't want to believe it, but nothing launches perfectly. Yeah, for example, let's say someone very angry at the game's success decides to DDoS the servers. Doesn't matter if the game comes out on the day it's supposed to. You're not playing that shit. If the servers get DDoSed. Hey Liz, how's it going? But like, an online game, there's never any guarantee you're even gonna get it on day one, because queues, possibilities of DDoSing, congestion. Like, even if you get in, you might not be able to get to the quest area because it's congested. That's a funny response, though. People whining about taking scheduled time off work to play an MMO need to get their heads checked. Yeah. Game development is fluid and volatile, and release dates changing are common. They can only release once it needs. Yeah, they're not doing. Yeah, went pretty great, but who knows how it'll be for Endwalker with a huge spike in popularity. Let me just pull up Steam charts alone, because I used this a lot for my research when doing a video recently. Like, that's the only real thing for me, is now I have to update the hour-and-a-half long Shadowbringers Life and Legacy video I made, because now some of the statistics are inaccurate. But let's go to all-time. If we're looking at averages, like, let's just look at peak first, then we can look at averages. Let's drag this forward to get a bit more of an accurate data sample. 2018. Alright, so here we see the Shadowbringers launch. The peak was 41,000. And this is late May going into June. So let's check, because this is a data point taken on May 30th, the average. The average was 10,000 on Steam alone for the entire month. For a very conservative estimate, let's add an extra 60% to account for platforms that are not Steam, and we have an average of 16,000. That is around Shadowbringers launch. No, not May, my bad. For 23,000 on Shadowbringers launch month. We skip forward to a couple months ago, like mid pre-expansion content drought for 14. August 2020. Average players on Steam, 40,000. This is average. If we look at peak for August of 2021, let's look at all time again. If we look at peak for August of 2021, we're looking at 65,000, and that's not unique users. Like this, we're probably going to see 120,000 people current on Steam, like for the Endwalker release. The servers have never seen anything like that. And that's on one platform. Who knows, we might get Raubon Unreal, Charlie and Unreal. Raubon Savage, like, Raubon Ultimate is going to happen. Yeah, exactly. Like, Endwalker, with how big it's going to be, is already going to be absolutely crippling for the servers. If they could take an extra 2 weeks to try and mitigate that even 10%, please take the extra 2 weeks. Not only are you improving the quality of the product, I get longer on the Moogle Tombstone event. I get longer on a video I'm working on. Like, this is all based around me, for example, but this is just my view on it. Around an expansion release of games, their heads aren't in their ass. They're upset because the time they planned is going to possibly have to be rescheduled. Like, here's the thing. The 14 devs have redeemed themselves. As much as they care about their players, they really don't owe you shit. Like, they don't. If they're working towards something they believe the game will be better, then fuck your time off. Like, seriously. So this isn't even about the delay. Like, it's just people being mad that the time their paid time off now has to be rescheduled. Like, if that's the biggest problem you have to worry about, your paid time off that you took for playing a video game being rescheduled, if that's your biggest issue, you're living a pretty damn good life. Jesus Christ. To evaluate their life, doesn't understand that some people have simple hobbies and simple pleasures. I took time off for this release and I'm fine with the delay. It just sucks my vacation ends, then the game comes out. Yeah. Like, I think personally it's stupid that people take a time off for a game, but you know, you do you. Just don't bitch about it if they decide to delay the game by 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Like, seriously. Oh, the time I'm taking to not work and be paid anyway will no longer have my favorite game in it. Is about the peak of first world problems. Yeah, exactly. And these are the same people on Twitter who will complain about other countries' problems and know nothing about them. Or nothing about those people and just look at it through their lens. Like, if your issue is that you don't have to work, but you still get paid. But during this window, this new game that you wanted to play won't come out. If that's something you have to complain about, you don't have anything worth complaining about. I feel like I missed something. What do you mean? We're going over all this shit. What other countries exist besides America? Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. I'm in one of them. Aye. A week and 3 days isn't enough time to fix any major issues with the expansion. My theory is that they need to delay the first raid tier out of the holiday vacation period. It would have fallen around Christmas. Yeah. That actually might have some weight to it. He did put stability in quotes, and yeah. New World's launch was a fucking shit show. And that's an example of a game recently that didn't have anywhere near the same amount of hype built around it as Endwalker did. Like, as someone who played New World on release, my god. People are dying, Kim. Stop complaining about a game. Yeah, like, if we look over here. People are complaining about a video game released. If we look over here, literally the headline, 8 people dead and multiple injured at a concert. Like, and then you have all these people. Granted, this was a day before. No, this was the same day, actually. Because Astroworld happened on November 5th, right? Yeah. So this happened the same day. This happened on the same day. I love when games are also honest. Also, I prefer games to be delayed rather than releasing unfinished product. Take all the time you need. Good tweet, Savix. Good tweet. I appreciate the team wanted to make sure the game is polished, but this should have been stated last month. I can agree with that. Like, if I can agree with people saying they should have said this earlier. That's where I agree with people on this. But everything else? Like, Yoshi P literally broke down in fucking tears announcing the delay. And you still want to get mad at him because you're paid time off? Like, just think for a moment, these people. That man and his actions, his vision, and the people that he put around him, if you are so passionate about FF14, you are willing to take time off for it. That man and his team have enriched your life beyond any sort of measurement. And you're willing to get mad at him over that. Over the fact that they want to make something better to enrich your life even more. Like, come on, man. Wow, people be ripping the devs apart right now, but Final Fantasy, they accepted and trust in Yoshi P. Love to see. Yeah, exactly. And Yoshi P, we trust. Amen. Yeah. I don't see the issue. This is, okay, it's all the same. It's people either saying, yeah, like, oh yeah, it's fine. Or they're saying, fuck you, my paid time off's now going to waste, or I might not be able to reschedule. It's all the same thing. And then you just have people getting mad, like, why are you taking paid time off? Because I want to. Anyway, these people are the devil for delaying the game. How dare you improve my life on a time frame that inconveniences me? Yeah, exactly. Like, this game is going to be, you're sacrificing 2 weeks now. For an expansion that'll last 2.5 years. I mean, yeah. I hear the Japanese culture values... This last one we'll read before moving to Reddit to see how bad that is. I hear the Japanese culture values punctuality to the point that they'll apologize if the trains are a few minutes late. So I can only imagine how bad Yoshi P must feel to delay a major release by weeks. That being said, I would rather the improvements be introduced 2 weeks late rather than the 2 years as demonstrated by other gaming companies. Blizzard. More like 5. Yeah. Alright, let's move over to Reddit. Let's see if that's any better, because this is always cancer. Twitter is always bad. Meanwhile, the FF14 Reddit is a circle jerk. Almost always. So let's see how that's going over on Reddit. Are they having the same amount of circle jerkiness as normal? Greg is right there. Yeah. Social media was a mistake. Oh, 100%. This is just something I grabbed the other day. So this is just the top post about the delay. We'll check on the Reddit in a second. PSA, it's okay to be upset by the delay. I'm seeing this a lot on social media of how ungrateful you are if you're upset at the delay. Saying fuck Yoshi P or the devs and being rude is wrong and not cool. He's probably the most upset about this. The whole team seems devastated. A less than 2-week warning for a 2-week delay is massive, so they feel the most stress. Yeah, a 2-week delay isn't big, but on the time frame that it was announced, yeah. However, you have paid time off, you booked for this, and it's okay to be upset. It's natural, don't feel guilty about it. A less than 2-week warning isn't ideal. Yoshi P knows this, we all know this, let yourself be upset. Hopefully when Endwalker release, we'll be able to look back at this and chuckle like people chuckle at Rap on Savage. Exactly. The key thing here that I have a problem with people doing, I'm not going to say you're ungrateful for being mad at the delay. I understand that people are mad. But when people get mad at the developers over this, when they're just trying to make the best product possible, that's where I have a problem. Let's see what the comments say. Agreed. Have the Stock and FC chat as well. Don't attack anyone. Don't be an arse. Thank you, Elise on Reddit. This is a very good take. Don't attack anyone. Don't be an arse. Wow. To think you have to tell people that in this day and age. My God. I am, if only delay been during any other time, wouldn't have been so catastrophic, but during peak season, it's extremely hard to shift things around so close to the date. It's not about get a better job / your employer sucks, they don't let you understand. Yeah. Yoshi should be respected as admitted he fucked up, knew he'd be disappointed, so to be upset about him. Can't fault them. I agree with the Reddit for once. I have so much compassion for the players who took time off, especially in workplaces that don't pay well or have decent vacation leave or benefits. For so many people, this game is a refuge. Yeah, exactly. The game enriches these people's lives when they're that invested that they're willing to take that time off. If you're well off, it's inconvenient, but if you were paycheck to paycheck and you planned for this for months, it's devastating. My heart goes out to you. Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, it's a video game. And you can just play it when it comes out. But disrespect is never allowed. Yeah, exactly. Your anger is understandable. Disrespect, fuck off. It's the same thing here for the most part, but everyone's a bit more civil. My God, guys, this is we're seeing a space where Reddit is being more civil than Twitter. Reddit. What kind of dystopia are we living in? That is my question. Yeah, this is just... It's just people discussing... My God, they're being civil. Civil! Never seen this before. Probably never see this again. But you know what? This is interesting. Alright. It's the end times. Hey, the expansion is Endwalker. Guess it is the end times. That's like saying trash is more hygienic than feces. Like, it's true, but... That's an interesting example, but yeah, I get it. So everyone agrees there. Let's see if there's any more threads on the Reddit. Let's see. Top. Let's go to the past week. I have decided to postpone the release of Endwalker. I'm truly sorry. I know this, and I love you. The Sylvanas meme. This is just people making the most out of it and memeing. And then, you bow to no one. Endwalker delayed 2 weeks. Alright, let's see what these guys have to say. This is just the rescheduling. We don't want savage raids during Christmas. Monkey paw curls. Yeah, this is just people being civil. Now then, let's go to the normally not civil FF14 Reddit. That being... I didn't grab a link, I'm stupid. FF14 discussion. Oh, there it is. Now, normally, this is a subreddit where people discuss the game in a way that is not as positive. This is where if people get mad, this is where they will take it out. Shitpost 14, oh, we'll go there in a second. This is where people get mad. And if they have something that they have to say that isn't just all sunshine and lollipops, this is where they go to say it. Oh, okay, this one's at, oh boy. What could realistically be fixed in the 2-week delay? Okay, so this is people actually talking about things. Writing and minor content, it's another polished pass. The comparison to 2077 is completely ridiculous, and 2077 had an awful launch for many reasons that don't apply to 14. For example, 14 is an online game, 77 is not. That launch was inexcusable. Yeah, they're just fixing shit up in the writing. No one actually really said anything. Let's check top of this week. These are people just talking about actual things. Important announcement regarding the launch week during the final weeks of the year. Let's go. I mean, that's one way to look at it. Seems so late. Certainly they could have been, so yeah. I can't believe we're in a day and age where people on Reddit are being civil. Like, I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd see the day. I really didn't. Let's see if Shitpost 14 has anything to say, and then we'll bring this to an end. Delayed PNG. Average expansion vacation scheduler. Chad unemployed gamer. This is about what I expected. I think this is a good way to sum it up. What do you guys think?